Hey, hope you're having a great day so far. Today is January 23rd, Saturday, and on this post I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, before diving into Waves and Decentraland, Waves and MANAUSD, and see what exactly are going on in these markets. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on these markets, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are watching me on YouTube, do subscribe. If you guys are watching me on TradingView, do follow me, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys do want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 4 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculation opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in the markets first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me where the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Currently, on the 3-day time frame is still what I'm focusing on the Bitcoin dominance chart. It has actually breached the 200 MA right here, which was the orange line. This tells me that the altcoins are actually outpacing Bitcoin price action, as we have been seeing for quite a bit already earlier this week, with the exception of that one dump of Bitcoin price action going all the way down to almost the 50 daily MA. But right now, I do see better trading opportunities for altcoins right now, and I will continue to expect that, generally speaking, if Bitcoin dominance continues trending downwards. I do see that we are at a fib level right here at about the 64% level. So this is something I'm watching out for. And we are also at some weekly moving averages as support as well. So I'll be paying attention to this, because if Bitcoin dominance actually changes course and goes back up, it may not be as good for trading altcoins. And of course, if Bitcoin dominance actually trends upwards while Bitcoin price action dumps, this could take a lot of the altcoins down a lot more significantly with it, as opposed to if Bitcoin dominance was trending downwards. Of course, always got to be paying attention to Bitcoin price action, because this could have an effect on altcoins in general, especially when it's dumping. Okay, so right now I do see that the price action is still within this falling wedge pattern. Let's see what are some of the immediate resistances and supports here. On the hourly time frame, we do have the 21 and 50 MA right here that's acting as support. 4-hour 21 is acting as resistance. 6-hour will be the next. 6-hour 21 will be the next resistance. And so it'll be the 12-hour 21 and 50s. So those are going to be what I'm looking at for possible resistances. And of course, looking at price action right here, the runway here, it's tighter than what it was before. So this is something I'm paying attention to, because possible rejections here within the pattern could affect the altcoin markets. So something I'm paying attention to and would take into consideration if I want to hold or trade altcoins personally. Now, falling wedge patterns are 68% chance of it breaking upwards. Verify that stat on your own. If it actually does break upwards, let's say by today, or actually tomorrow's candle, January 24th, like I said, the measure target here will still be about 47K as far as I can read it. I think it's a little over as well. That's theoretical target only, may actually be different in live price action. I would strategize accordingly. And of course, the daily 21 right here will be now the key resistance, and pretty parallel with this upward trend line of this falling wedge pattern. So something I'm paying attention to. Daily 50 MA is still the key support I'm looking at for the most part. Now let's take a look into Waves. Okay, so Waves here has had quite a bit of a run. I think it's actually ahead of quite a bit of a lot of these altcoins as well, smaller altcoins as well. So what I've seen here since the last time I've covered it, there was a cup and handle pattern. Broke out of this cup and handle pattern. Measured target was about $4.80. That was back in November. Had quite a bit of a run since. Going from even the measure target, going above the measure target from about $4.80 to all the way up to $9.50, and now it's getting a rejection here at this fib level. I think this is the 0.23. This is the 0.618 fib level right here at about $9.35. Has not been able to get a daily candle close above this $9.40 level. Excuse me, $9.40 level. And then right now, it does look like it's forming, I would say, a cup and handle pattern again. However, we only do have one rounded bottom so far. This is just what I'm predicting. That's going to be a cup and handle pattern, but I'm still looking for that second smaller rounded bottom right here. So let's see if this is going to actually form. Okay, if I do actually see a big rounded bottom right here, followed by a smaller rounded bottom, then the neckline right here will be the 0.618 fib level right here at about the $9.40 level in that zone. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for, and if that is the case, this is hypothetically that if this is actually in fact a cup and handle pattern, because I do have a big rounded bottom right here, it does look like it's going to form a smaller rounded bottom, but I shall revisit this another time and see if I am right or wrong. If this is in fact a cup and handle pattern, it could take some time to play out. It would take theoretically the measured target to about $14. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. That's theoretical target, may or may not be reached. It could also be overreached. So this is what I'm keeping an eye out on. Let's see if this cup and handle pattern actually forms and if the price action actually plays out. Now let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenario here. I'm going to dive right into the 12-hour time frame here because I can see more of a rounded bottom right here. So the lowest close here is about $5.30 on the 12-hour time frame. If we start getting 12-hour candle closes at about the $5.30, $5.25 zone, this tells me that this rounded bottom right here is not going to be looking as good because we are going to get an equal low versus this low right here. So that is no longer a rounded bottom to me. So that is just a side note for the bearish case scenario. Bullish case scenario here, first of all, I do want to see the price action break above this fib level again, about $7.60. This would tell me that the smaller rounded bottom is likely to be forming between the interval of the 0.618 fib level and the 0.5 fib level. And that will give me a little more confidence that this smaller rounded bottom is going to be forming for this cup and handle pattern. Of course, there could be other bullish patterns that are forming that could be forming instead, but this is the most apparent one that I am actually seeing. So I do want to see price action to break above this 0.5 fib level at about $7.60 again. This would tell me that price action, regardless of what the bullish pattern it could be forming, doesn't just have to mean the cup and handle pattern, that it could be at least taking another attempt to breaking this fib level at about $9.40. That is the bullish case scenario. I do want to see at least the 12-hour candle closes back above the $7.60 level, taking an attempt to actually break this $9.40 level. Okay, so regardless of the bullish pattern it's forming then, or it could be forming this cup and handle pattern, I'll be inclined to believe that the likelihood of this price action is going to continue upwards. Bearish case scenario, if price action starts dipping back to about $5.30, I know that's going to be a pretty far way down. But if we start getting 12-hour candle closes at about the $5.30 level, which was also the same low level as this previous low right here, which is also the lowest of the lows for this rounded bottom, this would tell me that this cup and handle pattern is likely to be invalidated. Early signs of a warning would be if price action on the 12-hour time frame starts breaking the $6, $5.95 fib level right here. That's a early warning sign that this rounded bottom, this bigger rounded bottom, and of course the cup and handle pattern is less likely to be playing out if it actually breaches the $6 level. I think that's an early warning level. Now let's move on to MANAUSD, Decentraland, and see what exactly is going on in here. Now I've been monitoring this market for a little while because I did see a huge cup and handle pattern here again, and the measure target here from the neckline. The neckline, I did have it to be about 14 cents. Measure target is it's upwards of 27 cents. This is why I've been monitoring it, because that's a huge measure target, which may or may not be reached, but it just tells me that there is potential there. However, this breakout has actually snuck up on me, and I was not able to catch this breakout right here, which happened about just 2 days ago, actually, or a day ago. Went from about 10 cents all the way up to about 18 cents. So in that case, I didn't even bother trying to chase it. I'll just either monitor another bullish pattern that could be appearing, or I'll probably catch the retest back down to the neckline if the bulls are not able to actually hold this price up. So depends on what the scenario is, but this is still something I'm keeping an eye out on. And let's take a look into the RSIs here for Decentraland. So monthly time frame here, let's start here. It's barely at about 72. So, I mean, it's overbought, but not too overbought. And this still shows momentum here as we are getting a higher RSI on this high. On the weekly time frame, I still do not see, I still do see pretty good bullish momentum here, as I'll be comparing this high right here with this high on the weekly time frame, and there is not bearish divergence. So that's still a good sign. And of course, if the weekly candle close, which closes in a little more than a day, the way it does now or even higher, that's good news. But I do expect some kind of pullback because of the very overbought reading right here. I don't think that's unreasonable to see a pullback. But it's good to see that there is not a loss of momentum, seeing possible bearish divergence yet. I don't see any possible bearish divergence yet. And then going on to the 3-day time frame here, I'll be looking at this. I'll be comparing this high with this high, and there is no bearish divergence for sure, but it's in very overbought territory. The momentum is there, but I think some pullback is reasonable. On the daily time frame, still pretty much the same narrative. So I'm good here. Let's take a look into the very small time frame on the hourly time frame, where I did see bearish divergence on the hourly time frame right here, comparing these highs, and then fell back to the hourly 21 MA, which is usually my conservative estimate when I do see bearish divergence on an uptrend or on a breakout. Usually my conservative estimate is that it's going to fall back to the next closest moving average, usually would be the 21 MA in that case on that specific time frame. I do see a possible symmetrical triangle pattern that's forming, but I also got to be open-minded about this symmetrical triangle pattern breaking down into a falling wedge pattern as well, especially after such a big run-up. If the symmetrical triangle pattern actually breaks to the upside, then I do have a measure target from the apex of the current symmetrical triangle pattern to be about 21.5 cents. Symmetrical triangle patterns are continuation patterns. In this case, continuing upwards would be 60% chance of it breaking upwards. But like I said, I'll still be open-minded about this possibly turning into a falling wedge pattern if the price action does not hold, and then it could possibly fall down to the hourly 50 MA, which is the white line right here as well. So I'm open-minded to that idea as well. I've seen that to be pretty common, at least from my own experience. Let's take a look into the higher time frames again. The immediate resistance here would be the fib level right here at about 19 cents. On the daily time frame is what I'm focusing on. If we are actually able to get a daily candle close above this 19 cent area and flip this resistance into support, I think that's good news. then I think the possibility of getting rejected and coming all the way back down to the next fib level, which is the next key support I'm looking at, because the daily 21 MA is all the way down here, right? It's at about, what, 11, 12 cents area. So the next key support I'm looking at would be the 15.5 cent level zone. Okay, that's also a fib level on my chart. So if the price action does not get a daily candle close above the 19-cent area, I prefer a solid close, maybe at about the 20-cent area just to be safe. Then I'm looking at 15.5 cents as the next level of key support. Now let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenario here. Bullish case scenario, if the price action is actually able to break out of the symmetrical triangle pattern, okay, if it is actually able to do that today by today's candle close, this would flip this 19-cent level into from resistance to support on the daily time frame. Okay, that's what I want to see, and that's what I pointed out. If it's actually able to break out of the symmetrical triangle pattern, get a daily candle close, which closes in about 2 hours, okay, then this tells me that the price action is able to actually flip this resistance into support. That's good news, because then the likelihood of the price action coming all the way back down to the next level of key support, which is the fib level at about 15.5 cents, would decrease. That is the bullish case scenario. Bearish case scenario here, price action breaks this bottom trend line right here, turns this into a falling wedge pattern, then I would expect the price action will be running within this pattern past today's daily candle close. The likelihood of the price action coming all the way back down to the next fib level, in my opinion, would increase, because we are not able to actually get a daily candle close here. We get a rejection. We could possibly come all the way back down to about the 15.5 level. Okay, that is what I'm seeing on Decentraland right now. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I would love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.